Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Reese here for Manga Review Area D42, Memory Labyrinth 3. So, yeah, this chapter, I really wasn't expected to come out so quick since the last one only came out a few days ago, but still, it was alright, it's basically just like an origin flashback story. So, yeah, as for her, she's basically unleashing her ability to the max, dragging like everyone there into some mega super uber memory. So yeah, what horror has she got in store for everyone, because like, if you remember rightly, last chapter, Jim was just about to grab her and then she's like, nope, superpower. So yeah, everyone basically like starts coming to, they wake up literally right in the middle of downtown Tokyo. Yeah, so like, what the hell, where are we, it's like, there's lots of buildings everywhere and that, and then they just realize like, wait, I remember this place, we're in the middle of Tokyo. Next thing, Kaito comes running over, giving everyone the exact specifics. Basically, they are in the middle of Tokyo on the day of Genesis. So, bloody hell. But crazy thing is, Jin is nowhere to be seen, only Kaito, so it's like, what the hell happened to Jin? So, anyway, good news is that we are now going to be able to find out exactly what happened on that day, So, yeah, good news for us. Bad news for them, obviously, because they got to relive it. Alright, so, yeah, like I said, the question that came out of it straight away is, where is Jin? The guy's nowhere to be seen, and they're all just like, what's going on and everything. Well, we find out basically immediately what's going on there. Rio ends up bumping into some little kid. It's like, oh god, sorry. Next thing, the little kid's brother calls him, Jin, come on, let's go. So yeah, the little kid turns out to be Jin. So so basically this just says that we are in Jin's memory on the day of Genesis. Brilliant. Anyway, Genesis takes place, as it would have obviously. Everyone around, obviously, because they know, what's actually going on, they're just like trying to pretty much like warn people of the impending danger, only if it just completely fall on deaf ears, because like obviously they're a memory, they're within a memory, they can't interact with anyone, So yeah, we get to see like the first human becoming altered. This guy is just like there feeling really really cold. He's like, oh gosh, I'm really cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. Guy goes over to try like check him out, see if he's alright. Gets his hand burnt. It's like, what the hell's going on? This guy just keeps getting colder and colder and colder. Next thing, boom, he explodes into flames. Everyone around gets pretty much murdered. Jin's brother jumps on top of him to like save him, and then that is basically like how we kind of like see his crazy bug wing shape burn on his back. And that pretty much there is exactly where the chapter ends. It's like really really short and sweet this week. So yeah, really just one question kind of comes out of this, it's like, how was Rio able to interact with Jin where they can't interact with anyone else? It's kind of a bit weird, because like surely if everything else is a memory, then they shouldn't be able to interact with Jin, because they wasn't around in that time frame. So, it's really weird. It's like the only way I can actually think to explain it, which might sound a little confusing or a little crazy, so bear with me, is that, yeah, just because they're in Jin's memory, they can kind of like interact with Jin himself, but that is it, only him, because obviously they know him and all that type of stuff. But no matter what they do, even if they try to intervene or anything, try to delay the inevitable, what's happened has happened. So, like, say if they're able to like go back, they were able to grab Jin away and like try to save him from that blast, the blast will still happen anyway, kind of thing. So it's really weird. So whatever has happened will still happen. So yeah, that's kind of the only real way I can think to kind of explain that, but hopefully it's kind of something different, because Ria was actually the only one able to do that, so maybe she was present there at the point, who knows, anything could be going on until they kind of like start explaining a bit more. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but it raises another question, how will Jin kind of like come out of this situation, since how it is his memory and he has kind of like regressed into his child state, his child kind of like body and everything, so he obviously can't really be controlling anything, so it's kind of like he's just watching everything unfold. So yeah, I'm kind of wondering whether this was just there to just completely break him, he's not going to come back from this, or yeah, I just want to know how mentally he'll be able to kind of like break out of this and come back, that is the one thing which I'm kind of a bit interested in, how are they actually going to defeat Asura now, because it doesn't really seem like they can, kind of thing, it's like she's unleashing the full amount, so unless they're able to find her inside that memory and defeat her, I don't know what's going on. So anyway guys, yeah, that is Area D chapter 42. Decent chapter, like I said. It was really really quick, so I don't know, rating wise I'm gonna give it like a yeah. I'm gonna give it a 7. You know, it was a good chapter, but it wasn't as kind of like hypey as last week. You know, it's kind of like come down a little. So hopefully next week we'll like get some answers, get some more coolness with the flashbacks, and find out exactly where this is going. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Area D 42, 7 out of 10 from me. But you know, these are all my opinions. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of the chapter? If you're new to the series, what do you think of the series in general? You know, I'm enjoying it. Really, really good. So yeah, guys, you know the usual. If you enjoyed the video, give it a little thumbs up. Really helps it to be seen on YouTube. You know, get the word out there. Tell people about Area D. And yeah, I will see you next time.